which I think works really well. We then cut to Deck waking up on the ship as it starts to enter Garen's atmosphere. Crashing through the planet's asteroid belt, Deck makes his way to the controls and he's able to eject himself. Such a great scene that shows right from the off just how dangerous this planet is, and it's done a lot of the stuff in World War II. We even introduce the technology to Deck, making some of the shit, the PS2 version now old school.
I'm so rusty. I'm actually so rusty. I can't believe I'm actually this rusty. What you mean the stream framing? Oh, you talking about the frames? Hold on, I got you. Give me a second. Give me like 2 seconds.
Was done by Stranger Things players, the Duffer Brothers. Tracking Bird was actually going to direct an episode of Stranger Things Season 5, but Batman is saying that they didn't want to go ahead.
Oh, you talking about the frames?
All three at once. However, the Duffer Brothers just so happened to be mixing an episode of Stranger Things at the same time Tracking Bird was mixing Badlands. And he realised he didn't have a voice for cruise ship. So he asked them, as a sort of semi-apology for dipping out.
Bro, I still don't know how to fix that, twin. I'm not gonna lie, I still don't know how to fix that.
As Deck lays out his arsenal, we can see he has a couple of grenades, a plasma bow, spear, and
oh, there we go. Okay.
Oh shit, the
I
shoulder
lied.
gone. Might notice that Deck's brother used this to grapple him back into the ship, and then Deck ripped it off his shoulder and threw it to the side. So yeah, that's now no longer an option. We then see another demonstration of the food chain.
There we go. It should be. It should be perfectly fine now. Pretty sure the stream. I'm pretty sure the screen should be perfectly fine.
Deck stands his ground with a plasma sword. He barely manages to escape with his life. I feel like
Let me know
some symbolism here
if it's perfectly fine now. With no edges. Nope, no black edges or something. Or do I gotta fix the ones counting again?
As Deck looks out at the hazardous landscape again, we then see him come to the grim realization of why they call this the Death Planet. It is literally made of monsters.
I don't know, bro. I told you, bro. Like,
it's almost like
you gotta chill, my heart.
The rock fighter from Never-Ending Story, which, funnily enough, kind of parallels Deck's journey to stopping the palace.
I probably do gotta change the screen.
I always like the idea of the game that it predators, and I like how
I'm trying to see if I could, like, I don't know. Let me know if it's some like mess up about the screen. I can fix it, or well, I'm gonna try to fix it.
Divine punishment for the wicked to atone for their sins, which you can see how this applies to Deck's journey to prove himself by enduring the hardship.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to fix it. Well, for some reason I can't use my keyboard.
Everything is gonna kill you. Although he's never been connected to the Predator franchise, beyond people being like, oh, Rambo versus the Predator. This does kind of feel like a reference to Sly
The stream is
There he patches himself
the
up
FPS is
almost in the
unstable.
exact same way near a river after his first standoff with the police. Rambo is also left with just his hunting knife, forcing him to use his surroundings to face up against the cops. Also love the expression on Deck's face here as he shrugs like, oh, well, I guess I can't eat that. It's just
I gotta fix that somehow. I don't know.
He's really figuring things out as he goes.
Let me see some.
Predators we see as they seem to have a plan from the jump and immediately start
give me a
everything
second.
in their path. We then pan across the jungle as we find Deck navigating through a field of tall grass before coming face to face with some kind of weird plant thing that begins to bulge with spikes whenever he gets close. It's at this point he hears a voice calling down to him from the cliff above. This is where we meet Thea. She's aware that Nitani
There we go. I should.
to study the indigenous life of Ghana.
Yeah, I should. Yeah, it should be fixed now.
And then stuck in a tree. It looks really similar how Dutch was stuck in the roots in Predator when he first came face to face with the hunter. While activating her universal translator to communicate with Deck, we see Thea's eyes roll back to reveal the Weyland Yutani logo. This is a reference to the synth and the
it should be fixed now.
At the time, Trachtenberg was shooting Badlands, and he watched an early cut of the film with the crew while in New Zealand.
Let me know if it like work or something now.
No, it's not stealing. It's the same universe, mate.
I'm still trying to figure out how to fix it. Let me know if it's still like a split seconds or something.
What the hell Thea is, and probably if he should kill her. Next attack by the flying creature we saw earlier. I love the way everything something in and basically uses the planets against it. Thea wants to help, however, Deck tells her they don't shut them alone. So he decides to rush through the fields himself. However, he's hit on Deck by one of the spikes. As Deck begins to fall, he decides to take his chance on Thea and throws her his wrist blade while a flying dragon comes to claim its meal. Just as the creature's about to get Deck low, Thea jumps in and stabs the living hell out of it.
But I would have used my mouse and keyboard, but like it like for some reason it doesn't like it doesn't like place my mouse. I mean, it doesn't place my floor on my mouse.
If he helps her find her legs, she'll lead him to the Calice. Seeing that Thea obviously
So I gotta give me a new mouse.
environment and that his crystal with containing the Calice information is damaged, Deck decides that Thea could be a useful tool and agrees to bring her along. And technically, he's not even alone because she's an AI. She's a tool. And yeah, he basically just keeps calling it tools rather
It's
than
like I really don't know what's wrong with it.
I love how as she hobbles off as well, just before Deck agrees to help her, we get another subtle nod to Star Wars. Reminds me of when 3PO and R2-D2 split up on Tatooine, and it's just a great little moment. We then see the two navigating Genna, and Thea talks Deck's earhole off with lots of different questions. Now we've all had it when we watch this franchise. Like, why is he smaller than the other Yaksha? Do the mandibles chew his food, or does his mouth do it? Is the cloak cheating? Yes, it is. We've established that already. I love how these are actually questions that most fans have been wondering about.
I don't know what's like wrong with it then. Stuff is too good.
Or had to think about himself. They also mentioned
I don't know what's wrong with it.
has yet to crack sublight speed, which is a very subtle way of Trachtenberg telling us about the Alien/Predator timeline. Badlands is set far in the future of both timelines, but it's intentionally vague in exactly how far in the future that it's set. Well, obviously,
I don't know what's wrong there.
Specifically wanted to avoid getting caught in the mess of adhering to the timelines of the two franchises, which are already a mess as well. Speaking on his decision to include Weyland Yutani in the film, but avoiding a full-on crossover, Trachtenberg said in an interview
probably gotta fix that or something,
like there was a way to include things in cinematic universes that are already spiritually connected and involve them in
I probably gotta fix that or something.
movie. That's cooler than it being like, it's the big thing versus the big thing from the franchise. We just took Weyland Yutani, we took the synths, and we thought there was something a little bit more elegant about that. Now the manipulation is right from the off, and within Thea's been programmed to be more sensitive to the life forms she encounters.
I gotta fix it then.
Just to study them and use them. As the two continue on their journey, they run into more of Genna's exotic wildlife, and are then attacked by lizards that spit acid, which Thea calls Embrae anguis. However, Thea is able to call them off by feeding them some slimy berries, further showing her deep knowledge of Genna's creatures. Also love that Deck whips her around, so she can't lean in his ear and talk about.
Alright, I'll drop it. It feels so weird without it.
Nope.
One day,
Can't do that.
Thea to go with her, which is when they were attacked by the Callus. Before getting to Tessa, I want to quickly point out how this conversation is the first time we can see the parallels between Deck and Thea. Deck's brother was a full member of the clan, and Tessa is a full member of Weyland Yutani. Thea was stuck in the lab while Tessa
Oh god, I was just watching it.
kept away from the action because they were seen as weak. They were viewed as being unable to survive without the protection of their siblings.
Oh, I'm on like 40 ping. What's going on?
smoothness and blast shine more intense than an $82
Oh my god.
Everpure from L'Oreal Paris. You're worth it.
I gotta turn on my dead zone. Gotta turn on my dead zone some more. Probably turn to like 20. Rice steak is so cooked.
This is further indicated by the cask being designated as XX0552, whereas the xenomorph is classified as XX131. But I'm pretty sure they hit the like button. The AI supercomputer that uses typically Mother is designated as Mother 600, but here we can see that she's been further upgraded to 06578, which is the code.
Yo. I started lagging, bro.
The AIM franchise timeline once Tess is done.
Good to better out, peak is
Again, as it was the last thing she said before getting wrecked by the cask. We then get to the talk about the screen. I love how the machine also goes to replace her eyes, but she snaps at it and therefore just has a broken eye for the rest of the movie, which kind of helps you tell the twins apart. We can then see Mother loading Tessa with some updated info about their mission being incomplete, and that there's now a planet that could potentially pose a threat.
Yo.
Tessa then wakes up.
What's on my game?
Continued failure. This will result in her being decommissioned. Tessa then asks about Pierre, and Mother tells her Yautja has her. We then come back to the final really quickly before getting to the next bit. I know we literally just met Tessa, but you can not only are
Yo, like, actually, what is wrong with my game? My stuff is too weak.
either by whaling Itani or from
Turn that off.
Back with Deck and Deer, come across the bone bison. Deer tells Deck that the food of the cask, and with Deck feeling the tummy rumbles, he decides it will be his food as well. However, the bison is unfortunately great.
What's Legendary's performance? I should win a Legendary performance mode. I want to try that out.
Blade in the blade of grass. Good. I am while planning his next plan of action, Deck this loose new monster, which Deer calls Deck growls at Bud to go away. But growls back at him, and his head bursts into the razor grass. Now, many of the fans out there, they see Bud as basically being a representation of how the franchise has been justified, and they're just reusing manual information. Really disagree with. However, we will talk at the end about why this was sort of a subversion, but we love it or hate it, this was something
Team
Bud
suck.
was aware of, and ultimately decided that Deck needed on his journey to survive by the Murloc creature for World of Warcraft directly. Lightning Bud dropping from the Guardians of the Galaxy. When discussing it, the director said, "That's why Bud has go back in the scenes and does some gnarly things. There's always something really cool to me about the badass with the sidekick. It's something that makes us care in a very specific way. We care about the creatures and animals very differently than we care about humans. I love the idea of backpacking and something little beside him, the boat, scanner, and we get Deck basically doing the shadow of the clock, trying to take down the creature. Deck jumps doing this.
Call you trash.
Similar scene in Prey, where the Predator would chase after him. He didn't really have the budget to do it. He also was being careful not to the trees.
Trash too.
Which is a nice little bit of foreshadowing, as that's the next monster we're about to see. Bud and Deck then have a bit of back and forth before they're interrupted by a charging bone bison. Deck then cuts it involved with his plasma sword and shoots at its spine from each side. This gives us the classic Predator spiral move and marks Deck's first official kill on the hunt. However, he isn't able to celebrate his victory for long. down the creature in another scene that feels very God of War. We then quickly cut to Tessa and her team of synths finding Deck's crash site. They then fight off against the jungle.
No, I want to use my keyboard, but my mouse is so bad.
Already. Tessa grabs the vine from behind her head like John Wick and then proceeds to burn it down. As we've only seen Dia approach every creature with kindness. Well, except for that
I want to try Legacy performance. I'm going to Legacy performance after this and see how good it is. Bless you. Yeah, I'm dead. Let me see. This so performance mode. I was doing Legacy. Let me restart my game review, y'all. Hold up.
No thanks. I don't eat that. That's very sweet.
Dia suggests though that he shares it with Claude, who then spits on Deck as a thank you for the meal. Deck is furious, but Dia explains that she's mocking him as part of her clan. This later saves Deck's life.
Oh yeah,
as the big Callus
if y'all want to
smells
join my
on him. However,
service,
this strikes a nerve with Deck in this moment, especially
I will
as he
probably link
has
it
no
below.
clan. Deck then tells Dia about his brother Qui and how their father killed him for protecting him. Notice that as Deck says his father's the one who killed Qui, we can hear the classic Predator clicking sound.
Yeah, don't worry about the PlayStation.
This is often heard on Hunt right before a kill, and it shows how angry he is at the mention of his father. You might also notice this sound is made every time he talks about Callus, so it just ties into what he's hunting and what he really wants to kill. The pair then talk about what's driving them. Dia brings up how she's just desperate to get back to Tessa. Deck calls Tessa her sister, and Dia finds comfort in this as it's something she simply hadn't considered before.
I guess she is. I have a sister.
Now, why is it taking this long?
What a lovely thought.
Now this is
I might go
one of
hop
my
on
favorite
Siege for
moments with
y'all.
Dia, as I feel like it's one of the best examples of how she's different from the other sins that we've seen so far in the Alien franchise.
I just
Dia's
want to
been
see the
programmed
difference
with emotions,
between
and
regular
through this, she's
performance
been able to form
and
real
Legacy
emotional bonds
performance.
with not only creatures but also synthetics. This is something that none of the other previous Weyland-Yutani synthezoids had, which is why most of them betray everyone in some way by the end of the film. Obviously, there's some exceptions, but yeah, most of the time they see humans as disposable. Elle Fanning actually took a lot of inspiration from David Johnson's performance as Annie in Romulus, saying that it gave her the confidence to make her own mark on the character. The fact that she can form emotional bonds with creatures also explains how she forms bonds with other machines like Tessa. Saying that they have to find Tessa, Deck reminds her that she also needs legs. She needs to find legs.
Is that a joke?
Look at Deck over here, throwing out them zingers. Pow, 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 pow. But also mimics Deck as they make it better, and it just adds some dimensions to the Yautja that we haven't really seen before. We then meet back up with Tessa, who's found Deck's ship. She comes across the toy, which comes into play later, and also the trophy room along with the arsenal of weapons. Never seen this freeze grenade before, and I couldn't help but think it might be inspired by the one of the Arkham games. But let me know below if you disagree, because it might not be. Getting up for another day of adventure.
What?
Deck tells Dia that
We start playing a
Dia
tournament.
says though that they can't leave.
But I was
Well,
streaming.
it seems like last night's bonding session has already worn off. He then reminds Dia she's
Yeah,
just
boy.
a tool and that Yautja hunt alone. So they leave
I'm streaming on YouTube right
As
now.
they continue their hunt, they then stop
Nah,
at the ball, which
Fortnite.
is one of those kinds of
Huh?
locations that appeared in both the original Predator
Oh,
and Predator
it's all
starting in
Fortnite.
Callus Tooth. It's clear that it's
Kid,
Yeah,
I'm
still
testing
pretty
something
annoying
out.
Blood, and we then talk a bit more about Qui and Yor. I
I'm
think
testing out the
this
difference
scene
on
kind of
performance
down a
mode.
bit, and they could have combined it with the last one, but
On
yeah,
screen.
Yeah.
Dia then tells
They
Deck
got-
about the walls from Earth and how the
Yeah,
outer wall
they got
is
regular
what
performance
kills
mode,
most.
The alpha
and they got Legacy
is
performance
actually the
mode.
one who
So
lets
I'm
There
us
isn't even
attack.
a difference.
So I'm yes it is. The regular performance mode you playing on DX12. Legacy performance mode is DX11.
So what's the difference? It's just a one. It's just
I
one
don't
diff.
know. Why you think I'm seeing? What's the difference?
These both would probably be better because it's higher. So
I really don't know what the difference is. That's what I'm seeing right now.
Jonathan, you're 20. You should know what this is. Hurry up and show them.
Hold up, bro. Hold up, bro. DS11 might actually Oh look, Legacy performance might actually be way better.
Have you always tried to get killed?
Which is literally by sweat. This is the exact same location. Notice the pools of water on the ground to the right. Obviously, I can't move a second here. I'm a fucking nerd. I see those movements too. Not to notice this kind of shit. They're going to then arrive at this time where she
So the rank up is the dual rank up is 30 because I don't have
you
to
can see the Whaley Tawny equipment scattered all around.
This
I
kid.
love how they rearranged it as well. And it seems like the Callus has even made it into a deck, making their way through the destruction and dead since. He finds her legs and hooks herself up to a computer deck, then throws out another joke how it will be easier for him to walk now. You can see he's kind of sad that he's
But I don't even think I can even play it. Oh wait, I could play it.
showing us how he's walking today.
Yeah, you said you go play the rank up
To
yesterday.
witness his trophy and how will be a great honor for her. However, Theodore crushes the moment and she
I just
tells him
went.
that
Now you
easily and she's
take
given
some.
Tessa their location. What the fuck happened to the dynamic
That's
trio, Theo?
Oh, God. This gonna be one. I only got I can get my other present yet. I'm getting one more present for my mom. The only reason I
To get back to Tessa. There's another massive betrayal by someone he trusted. He says the sins are coming and that he doesn't stand a chance. But Dex says, bring it the fuck on. Even if he dies, kill him promptly and it kicks off a big, big action scene. Dex then orders his task to him by light power and he gets shot.
I'm supposed to be taking a nap right now, bro.
Bro, they got this one in the closet. Look at this. I'm gonna put this one in the closet.
This killer's underestimating you.
Here with the time. Somehow,
Yeah, wait till
Adams and all the stains found their way to my house. But luckily,
I've been waiting.
Detective Excel's wonders.
1987 to 2025. Time is no stranger to stains. It's got now boosted. Successful shindig gun hacked by accident.
Yo,
Plus, your
nah,
delivery on Mortgage's groceries.
that's crazy.
Order a Buddha.
On the spawn island, I was getting 60 FPS. Now I'm getting about 200 FPS again. Nah, this game is terrible.
Yes, I'm getting it.
Unless it's probably because I'm streaming.
Oh my god. The worst thing about
Just an absolute unit. Reminds me of me.
So how am I not Indian? That's how you know this
Callus
shit
was
sucks,
inspired
bro.
by a lot of the creatures in the studio Ghibli films, along with the Colossi, Shadow of the Colossus, and weird deep sea creatures.
Bro, just now jumping out.
Which, yeah, that basically sums it up perfectly. I also want to quickly point out.
You have a mod. Wait, is that a Germanian mod?
Yeah.
Well, they do look similar. The
No way.
monster in Callus
I'm
is called
about
the Black Bladder, with its mouth located on top of its head. Deck and the Callus then stand up and roar in each other's face to signal its fucking. Quickly, you see why the Callus is so formidable, as it's able to heal and regrow 7 limbs and body parts. Even its head gets pulled back onto its body, which I think is such a cool way to handle the usual cliche.
Oh my god, I feel like freaking. What's that dude name? Freaking TSM Slappy, bro. That nigga always lagging when he first hop on his first screen. I feel like him.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Drags Deck back into the arena, but Thea decides to lend a hand, and she starts shooting at him. Now, a detail I like is that while these are the advanced versions of the Tawny rifles, the essential
Your screen is lagging, though. I can see that.
Said my stream is lagging.
from the earlier films. In the end, it
Yeah,
goes
it's
to
lagging.
the head
Who am I? Who is the biggest? Who am I?
and it doesn't work, but luckily the Callus
It don't look laggy for me.
Tessa freezes the creature
Screen
along
looks
with
like
Deck.
it is delayed.
2 people on me.
One's at the house. Both is at the house. Sorry, no, hold on.
29.
Back.
He's so low on me.
Oh my god, the uncle, how my like?
He took a slurp. Yo. Yo, there's another team here.
I'm on the Cardi.
Now, what am I playing? Like Ashley, what am I playing?
He said that in Tessa's mind, she's just doing the job. I feel like this is also symbolized by having Tessa's eyes looking into robotic state issue.
I know they did not just clip me down, bro.
You got clipped, dying?
I know this game did not just clip me dying.
What is at the edge of the map? I'm on the EDPs.
Low key, where did these niggas even just come from?
We not going to
Nah, this game ain't it.
Tessa just coldly carries on. It's only when Thea shuts the machine down that Tessa questions Thea, who she also doesn't really see as a sister. Thea tells Tessa
We can be more than what they ask of us.
and that they could actually be sisters. However,
Wait,
Tessa looks at Thea
sister,
like a
stop.
fucking idiot and reminds her that Mother gave them emotions not to be able to understand the creatures, but to use it to exploit them. Tessa then reveals that she was never trying to rescue Thea and that she was only acting first. After they were initially attacked by the Callus, Tessa realized Thea was weak and realized the mission had a better chance of success without her.
When we first faced the Callus, I tried to protect you. And it almost cost me everything.
Much like Muir's judgment of Dex' place in the clan, Tessa echoes Dex' father by saying the weak must be culled and how she basically almost suffered the same fate as Queen by trying to save her.
I almost made the same mistake the Archer's brother made. The weak must be culled. And Thea, you broke me.
Tessa is then called away by Mother and she orders the other synths to box up Thea and questions Deck about his technology. As Tessa leaves, we see one of the synth goons and take out the Yautja toy. Tessa found it earlier. The synth asks Thea why she's speaking Yautja, and it kind of plays off the universal translation thing where others it will sound like they're speaking that language, but to the creature it'll sound normal. Either way, they trick the synth to look at the device, and we then see his head explode. This is a nice little reveal, and it shows how Dex saved his brother's life when they were kids. Also, I love how he says it's just a kid's toy, and it shows how hardcore the Yautja kids are. Thea then releases Deck, and I love how the door itself opens up like the Wayne and Utani logo. He then jumps out the back of the truck and takes a little tumble down a waterfall, just like how Dutch did in the original Predator. We then see the Callus being transported to the Utani base and can see the slogan, "Building Better Worlds." This was first seen in Aliens, and it's been present in lots of different movies. Something I always loved about the logo in Aliens as well is that the slogan there is in quotation marks. It added some sarcasm
there you
to
go.
it, and yeah, they obviously care more about their little alien host than building better worlds.
That's it, man. Game over, man. Game over.
I don't know why they dropped this, took out the quotes here, but if you have a theory, drop it in the comments below because I'd love to hear it. We then see his Deck finds what little is left of his ship. Here he comes across a first aid gun that he uses to patch himself up with. This looks more like an advanced version of the one we saw the Feral Predator use in Prey. It's also like the one the original Jungle Hunter used in the first Predator film. With no armor, weapons, or any kind of plan, it throws a bit of a fit as he thinks of his brother and how he's failed him by himself. However, when he slams his fist out in anger, he shoots his the Upchurch Duffer Brothers. With the power back on,
Nah, but
Deck then makes
why
it
they had
to
a
the
cell
trophy room,
phone
which is where
support
he finds Squeak's helmet.
a family
He
friend?
remembers what Thea said about the Alpha Wolves being the ones who protect the pack. Deck realizes that character others is not a weakness, but in fact a strength, and he calls himself the Wolf because he loves Aliens vs. Predator Requiem. We then get a montage of Deck collecting various weapons from all of Christian's face thus far. Picks up the blades of razor grass, collects exploding slugs, takes a Kalisk tooth, and captures the exploding ball sacks. He then takes the armor plates of the bone bison and makes friends with one of the lizards that spits acid by feeding it slimy berries like Thea did earlier. This pre-battle montage with Deck is of course a very fun parallel with Dutch and Aru, who prepared for their final battles against their respective predators the same way. There they went back to basics, having a Deck having to craft his own weapons and traps in order to face a much more formidable enemy. Deck then returns to where he and the Kalisk first fought, and he finds Bud there sitting in the footprint left by the creature. Hey, wait a second! Bud is a Kalisk! He also helped her find her mother and bring his family back to
Okay.
Could I head
Click
off?
on the downward
No,
arrow
we
in the
didn't do
box.
that, but it would have
Give
been
your
funny.
filter and
There's
name
also a
and
subtle
click
clue when
OK.
we first met Bud
Choose
the Razor
scaling
Grass,
aspect
where he
ratio
said,
from the
Bud
list.
Kalisk is
Give your
Kalis's
filter a
favorite
name.
food.
Hold up.
The first thing
Okay.
you see Bud doing
Click
is
on the
chasing
downward
that
arrow
bullet.
in the box
What
labeled
an
None.
odd critter.
Select
I've never seen
click
you before.
OK. If your filter is add a new filter. Choose scaling
Deck then
filters.
finds Thea's legs, and we
Click
get
the
an
press
action
button
shot of
to
the
add a new
dynamic
filter.
trio ready to take the fight to
Choose
where they need
scaling
target. I
aspect
love the way
ratio
the
from the
acid hits
list.
the senses as well,
Give your
and just
filter a
slowly
name.
melts away,
Okay.
revealing Deck's
Click
homemade
on the
mask.
downward arrow in
It's
the
some
box.
ninja shit. He's used the razor grass to
Select
make a whip,
base
the bone
canvas
bison
resolution.
plates his armor, and the
Click
acid
close
lizard now
to save
works
your
as the
changes.
plasma caster.
If you
It's
found
just
this
a great
tutorial
way to show
helpful,
Deck's
don't
progression
forget to
throughout the
like and
film, and
subscribe
this
for more
also goes back
content.
to how his brother
How
told
to
him to utilize the environment. Deck uses new toys to completely wreck a since
I'm on this bathroom right there.
Clears about Thea's legs, and you see how she doesn't really leave her leg on. But she shows the sin defeat. She shows the sin's defeat. She puts the bill. Puts the bill.
What?
Tessa sharing the dead on the
Yes.
Kalisk with another mission. But when she asks about Death, she says that he's dead. She's not really being honest about it. She claims just to make it.
I don't know where that kid at. Bro, I'm on 62 ping. What is going on?
He's right. You're 40 meters.
And she buys it because she's
Right underneath.
Yo. Like, how, bro?
You didn't say that.
Bro, this game just sucks.
Oh my god, he gets his shotgun barrel.
Man, I really hope nothing bad happens when I die.
Bro. Can y'all stop clipping me dying, bro?
Both just drop like Annie's coming to the guards show up. Supposedly out planning to keep her eyes open for a really long time without blinking, and in the scenes of her death,
How would you even see
being
him?
shut down,
They
that was not in effect. Kind of a
No, it's just popping up when I die.
Skarsgård goes with his eyes for Pennywise, but I appreciate it. Elle Fanning also has double-jointed elbows, which we can see in a fight scene coming up, and
Have you got,
it really freaked out Demetrius as he thought she broken both of them.
This game sucks.
Beat the shit out of some scenes in a really cool action sequence that absolutely, it's ridiculous, but it ends in a really cool way with Thea high-fiving her feet. Now, how did they do the fancy moves that Thea's legs pull off in this fight sequence? Well, most of this was shot in mocap stage where stunt performers rigged to a harness would run up a wall and then be flipped over by the harness, create this shot of the legs running into the guy's torso. The other shots of the legs fighting and walking around are done by a stunt double wearing a blue screen on their top. Eventually, everyone then meets back up, and Deck calls her Thea for the first time. Thea also calls him Deck of the Outshaft. This again highlights the parallels between Deck and Thea, as they both provide the respect and recognition that the other so desperately needs outside of their
Going out, song.
Coming
out.
seen as strong
His
alongside
core channel
his
is
fellow
going game and talking to him.
just wants to respect and acknowledgement of Tessa.
Wouldn't that just make everybody go flock into your
And
scene?
not be left behind in the lab. Both are now old as well, with Thea finally being back together. In being able to recognize each other, both Deck and Thea are able to turn their weaknesses into strengths. Deck leads the other lab about being the child of the Kalisk, and we then get the final showdown. As Deck sets up the alarm to distract Tessa, As they approach Deck meditating in the heat of battle, you see that he's rigged the entire area with exploding fuel sacks. Take no wonder. Once the soldiers close in, the lizard sets them off with its acid spit, and everything just goes tits up as the Sids start exploding one by one. However, Tessa then joins the party in a big power loader, similar to the one that Ripley used to fight the aliens. She also has Deck's plasma cannon. Tessa then points the sights for a 100 XP headshot, and the acid lizard jumps in the way and takes a hit for the team. This proves that it's not about the trophies, but the friends who made along the way. Also, notice how this blast next mascot. This keeps up the vision of the predator taking off their face mask before their final boss fight. This actually is ruling the outer
freaking Stitcher is crazy.
Which is also why they turn up that invisibility sheet, because why else would you do that?
That's
In fact, when Deck then faces up against Tessa with power loader mag, and she tosses it all across the map, and he's going to use it going around the nuts. I love the way I did it right here, and you can system, even a train hoopers. Luckily, Blue arrives to provide a distraction, and Thea knocks him out with his back to Deck. But his flight, he's able to get Tessa, and finds the top of the power loader, however, she locks him out with the window.
I got one.
What is like to be done here, and he says,
Nah, my FPS ain't it. Oh no.
Wait, bro.
I just stutter. Just stuttered again.
Niggas, as soon as niggas get PC, they instantly they act like, oh my god, it feels so much better to be at home with some Shut up. Dog, expect about 60 friends. I'm like, oh, it's no job. Bro, y'all used to play it. Suck it.
I need a shotgun. Somebody's right here. Oh, it's another nigga? But I don't have a shotgun.
There's two winning. Oh my god. One on the red day. They're both in our box.
Yo, like this, like Battle Royale just suck. Like these guns is literally the worst guns ever. There's no way I'm actually playing Battle Royale. This is so terrible. This stuff for make me want to get off. I don't want to play this game no more.
Which might be a Terminator 2 reference. In this, it's revealed that Tess is still alive.
I don't lie. I seriously do not want to play this game no more.
She's half frozen and half digested, and it's a great evolution for the character. Or evolution rather. Tessa then confronts Thea about betraying her, and she now wants to
Game is so terrible. Like, what am I actually playing?
The laser cannon in New York. Thea tells her they're not sisters, and Deck comes from behind with a piece of laser grass to stab her in the throat. Deck then takes back his plasma cannon, and Good comes to rip Tessa's head off with her spine still attached. This is, of course, a Predator's classic victory pose, and it's also a nod to how Bud was copying Deck earlier. Thea once again proclaims him Deck of the Outchat, but he says not yet. There's still one last thing he has to do. I also want to point out that this is the first time in one of these films that a Predator has successfully survived an entire hunt. But
Nigga, this is a Lego.
way back to Outer Crime, where Dex come to present his father with his trophy. As the rest of the clan watches from above, Dex says he's come for his cloak, and he throws down Tessa's head
Game
with
suck.
his feet. Dex's father then looks at the head.
Oh, this for a stupid umbrella.
He and his brother are under
Yeah, this game got beating allegations.
He orders the two guards to get rid of Deck, who reveals his newest blades made of razor grass, and quickly takes him down, showing just how much he's learned through his time on the Death Planet. Deck then faces his father.
Oh, this is just for a stupid umbrella.
Deck is able to not only hold his own, but also stab his father in the leg. Nor, being the deadbeat that he is, though, he's nor a very good sportsman. He decides to basically fight dirty and activate his cloak. However, Dex learned a few new tricks himself, and he turns on the ship's thruster to create a sandstorm which reveals his father's location. He then stabs him with his wrist blades. And this ending sequence was originally much shorter, with the two having more of a samurai-style standoff, where they cross swords with each other and Ino got his arm cut off. Which, the arm cut off thing, if you watch our Predator breakdowns, you know, it's pretty much a motif that happens in most of the movies. However, watching the scene, Trachtenberg decided it needed to be bigger and had the entire thing redone on a mocap stage, including adding in more elements of Yautja Prime, along with the clan guards and the geographical features. Trachtenberg then added the sandstorm element as the sequence began to grow to reflect Deck outsmarting his father. Also, I have to point out that cutting off the arm and what he's doing here, it's basically a mirror of what his father did to Qui at the beginning of the film. Deck then pulls off another one of his father's moves and traps him in the same energy barrier that he used on Qui. Deck then stabs his father's arm with his spear and rips it off his face, telling him to yield. Yor then tells Deck that maybe the right son did live after all, and that it's time for him to take his place in the
Somebody please get me off this
Deck says that
game.
he has his own plan now, and a pretty bud comes in from behind and bites his head off, which was a great reveal. Deck then takes his father's cloak, and Theo again declares him Deck of the Yautja, which he finally accepts. We then get a title card, but just like praying hero killers, we're left with a little tease as we see a ship coming from the horizon. Deck then takes out his sword, saying it's his mother. That brings us to the end of the film, and we open the door for more adventures of the dynamic trio of the future. Okay, so we already talked about the theories of what the future could hold for Deck and his mother in our ending explained if you haven't seen it. If you did miss it, go fuck yourself. Basically, we talked about how the
Bro,
Yautja are...
man, after this, I forgot to play Dead by Daylight, bro. The game sucked. Yeah, I got that right there on PC. I was playing it earlier. Cooking the killers.
On her word that Deck lives or dies.
What is the book right there?
Would be quite fun to get into. So this is a motherfucking theory time. Despite its use of wielding Tony, Badlands is really a standalone adventure that does not tie into the Badlands franchise directly at least. Immediately went to the creatures that we saw in the series.
Is my woman there? That door open all the time.
Like, dog. Dude, I can't build by this Christmas tree.
What? Two on the right there, right there, bro. Two on the roof of each house. That's so the gayest thing I've ever seen.
Check out videos on it to get a deeper dive on that, but for now, I just want to focus on the creatures that we took.
Yeah, this game not being allegations. What? Cause this game is just dumb. I don't know if it's just the game. I don't know if it's a game or is it the freaking guns.
No, Nelly can do this video game. Nelly! I'm turning my light back on.
It has to be these guns, bro. These guns are so bad.
Your bad teacher say tomorrow before time picked up Jennifer, I would not make it. My doctor put me on bed rest. I have the flu.
Looking great. Lots of weird things going on.
Bro, I'm on 100 ping, bro.
Hold on to it for me for next week or whatever. They ain't like you pass no way.
This is why Tess and Theo are built on emotions and basically, as they explain, it's so they can understand and exploit other creatures. With Wendy still having
I'll tell you, you go to school. No, you didn't go yesterday. No, that's just one day. I don't care. What the fuck did I just say?
which is why
Yo, I just stuttered so hard.
was in production at the same time as Alien.
There ain't no hate, no truth. You hate the truth.
Besides the fact that Tony
Now hurry up so you can call this damn late.
to make sure they weren't treading on the same ground, but Trachtenberg did say he was certainly leaving things and ideas to be taken if someone else wanted to. And yeah, that was me, I wanted to. Trachtenberg has also stated that a Predator and Alien crossover could be on the cards. However, this always didn't happen in a way we wouldn't expect. Then if we lay the pieces out on the table, we can see where some can fit together and either Trachtenberg or another more talented and creative person to be. That wraps it up for now. The last one really killed me. I'm going to do it anyway. Now, while our theories on the setting of a secret Alien vs Predator movie, it didn't pan out, I'll admit it. Badlands is Trachtenberg's era of the Predator franchise. Like Prey and Killer of Killers, I think the director's great at bringing in lots of new elements, while also keeping things contained to the story that they're trying to tell. Making the Predator the hero of the film not only makes it stand out more than the franchise, but also gives us an entirely new perspective on a 40-year-old franchise. While I can totally understand, people not being crazy about the jokes or the inclusion
People was actually here, they didn't even get everything.
For very brutal violence, I ultimately think that exposing Predator to a wider audience allows for the films to explore new exciting directions that wouldn't be possible if it was just confined to like the horror/sci-fi genre. I know some of you hate it, I know some of you love it. For me, some of the jokes work, I think that's always the risk with doing humor. Sometimes the jokes are gonna land or they're not, and if you have a good batting average, you think this movie's great.
Somebody just got the supply drop over there. Oh wait, no they didn't.
Keep doing jokes, they're okay. So your mileage is going to vary, but for me, it did a lot of things right. Didn't completely knock out the park. I probably still prefer Prey. Overall, had a great time watching it. For me, Trachtenberg is 3 for 3 when it comes to Predator movies, and I can't wait to see what he has in store for us next. Anyway, that brings us to the end of the video. Comment your thoughts on Predator Badlands below. Hit the thumbs up, all that jazz, all that shit, and huge shout out to TJ for all his research work on this video. He's so funny and clever. He's much funnier than me, to be fair, and you should give him a follow at the platform. Before you go as well, the Mitch, so before you begin looking at the t-shirts all the time, go check them out there. If not, then you want to support us in the giveaway, join the button for 99 cents a month. You get early access to a video like this every single week, mate.
Bro, why is it still above my head?
So far, no breaks, more than 1 week, a lot of weeks, and we're keeping that for you guys, so thank you for all your support. It really means a lot to me, and thank you for all of that. Because you don't have to do it, but you still do, and that really means a lot to me, so thank you. To watch, guess what, mate? Got a breakdown on screen for you. Step right up, step right up. We've got more shit to explain to you.
Why is it still above my head?
Alright, this might be the worst shotgun I ever seen. The Fortnite ever had it.
You say like, man, I let that shit go. I'm doing that passionate shit. Man, that's all. That's bullshit. No, this one, if you talking about this, I'll punch the fuck out of you, man.
Oh my God.
Am I tweaking? I thought it sounded like somebody was in there.
Hey. Bro, there's so many hiding spots, bro. That's why. I'm checking everything.
Do we watch this video first, or do we watch the show first?
It literally sounded like somebody was in here.
Click the button! No, don't pressure, obviously. No, it's cool, it's cool.
Bro, there's so many hiding spots.
My FPS keep going from 150 to like 120, bro.
Oh,
That's still good, better than what I'm getting. I'm getting 60 to 70. And not 60 to 68.
That's that PS4 stuff, bro.
60 to 66 to 68. You're always gonna get better. Behind. I take him on a fight.
Where? Where behind though?
He just jet it.
He's auto right there. Come on, bruh.
That shotgun ammo.
28 on 1.
Hunter! Bump on me, jump me!
Yo. Nah, what is this? Yeah, I'm getting off this game, but I'm not gonna play this game. But I forgot to play Dead by Daylight, bro. This game is not for me no more. I'm done with this game, bro.
This video is titled 30 Celebrities Fight for $1 Million.
I forgot to play Dead by Daylight, bro.
Howie Mandel and many more. Oh my god, this is so much pressure.
And he's gonna just clip me again, bro.
$1 million. And that $1 million will be going to a charity of the winner's choosing. All right, the game has started. Be behind the rail. Good to see you, man. I'm a fan. Yeah, well, thanks very much, sir.
Now watch your shot. Watch him back on Joker.
Yeah, thank you. I'm Josh.
Hi, Say. Pleasure. I love you. I'm a big fan.
Is this the musician corner? That's exactly what we were saying. And we didn't just get one member, but all four of the pop rock global phenomenon 5 Seconds of Summer. One member, but all four of the... What did I do, chat? The pop rock global phenomenon 5 Seconds of Summer.
Should we just have a DJ corner?
We also have Diplo
Let me disconnect my controller.
whose songs collectively have been listened to over 50 billion times.
I think Howie Mandel really is trying to do some mic.
Okay, it's so weird, bro. I can't force a reaction, gang. Like, I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all niggas, bro. Like, am I
Wait,
doing
how do I
enough? Or do I
disconnect?
have to pause more? Do I need to be louder? Do I need more expression on my fucking face, my nigga? It feels like I'm playing in a ranked match, bro. React harder. Okay.
I'm sitting on the ground. I have to go to the bathroom.
See, you've done some crazy stuff in your life. I've seen you pour hot sauce in your eyes. I've
There
seen
you
you
go.
pour wasabi up your nose. If I asked you to put hot sauce
That nigga was snorting wasabi.
in your eyes, I've seen you get nailed by hockey pucks, snort wasabi up your nose. If I asked you to put hot sauce in your eyes, would you? Depends on what kind of hot sauce. The fact that that's his response is crazy.
Have you ever seen this many celebrities in a YouTube video?
No, I haven't.
Well, all these celebrities will be in challenges inspired by my 10-episode series, Beast Games. And season 2 is available to watch right now on Prime Video. Oh, man. That's fire. We're going to be watching that next, Jack. Woo! Let's go. You're fucking lying. Oh, yeah.
All these fucking
That's not just one, but 5 shiny cards, including this $250,000.
Why do these celebrities need to win this shit and they already rich?
From day one, if you manage to throw a dodgeball through
Tiffany Haddish?
5 hoops. Do you know who you're talking to? The back-to-back almost MVP at Dodgeball and Dreamcom, my nigga.
Josh?
Like, am I yapping too much? Am I ruining the reaction?
Said the entertainer?
Excuse me. Wait, when did I unmute my mic? When did I unmute my mic on Discord? I didn't even notice that. Oh well. I thought you were coming this way. I do gotta add that one thing. We'll be back soon. I'm gonna help this kid.
The first color in the pattern is green.
Please don't come over here. He came over here. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Oh my God, you getting fried. You gonna hit break that pallet. He can hit me through that, bro. Didn't even know he could hit me through that.
Introducing Smart Search. Employee search the way you see it. For every search, from basic to voyeuristic. Whatever you're looking for, find it with Smart Search.
Don't piss me off. I don't think I'm smart. Y'all niggas just keep saying I'm smart. I don't think I'm smart, bro. I would have forgot the color combination after number 4, bro. The 4th blunt. I would have forgot it. Yeah, I would have went straight because my memory's fried, bro.
Oh, are you running, bro? What is that?
Come on, gang. You want to have us getting closer to the fucking strong session, bro?
Bro, that flash is so trash, bro.
No, Tiffany. All 5 of you have now been eliminated. What Dwight did, he recorded it. He recorded it. Cheat better. Cheat better. Okay?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Did anyone else cheat in here?
Yeah, be honest.
He didn't even see you, bro.
Realized this while we were shooting. Dale had snuck in his phone and filmed the entire game.
How are you cheating?
You know why I did it? For pediatric cancer.
No, don't lead on back to this.
Open the portal. 21 celebrities now remain. But remember, only one is going to win $1 million for their charity. You're about to start the strong game. So strong
I'm just fucking find another gen across the map.
Maybe if he's worth it, he wouldn't have gotten this up for us.
Why y'all up to the floor? Before I open that wall and reveal the game, what do you guys hope the game is?
Push-ups. Push-ups would be great. I'm not confident, bro. I want to collaborate.
How many of you have seen Survivor? What?
Never mind, I'm out.
This isn't me.
Bring on what a reaction.
Don't tell me this literally the only gen, bro. I've been running around this whole map.
As you can see, there's no longer a red circle. You're good to come up here. Everyone just pick a pole. They're all the same. Choose a pole. They're all the same.
There's a gen right
So
here.
this pole is still in, and that's my pole. In a moment, when we start the strong game, we'll all stand wrapped around the pole, and the first 6 inches that touch the ground will be eliminated. You want to show me? I bet you scared you.
Oh, that's corny. Oh, you already busting out. You good.
Oh, hold on. No, looks like Linda Rose showing your Nigerian ethnicity.
I'll let it focus.
Oh, he fell. For real. Okay, 4 eliminations remain. Winning $1 million for your charities is not going to be easy. This would have been easy if we had won it.
Is this what you thought you'd be doing when you said
No, I never wanted to go on Survivor. I can't do that show.
In case you're wondering why this is Survivor themed, it's because in season 2 of Beast Kids,
We partnered with Survivor to do an entire which is even co-hosted by Jeff Groth.
picture Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart's co-hosting this. Picture him, but someone a little taller. That's why me and Jeff broke up.
We are literally at a point where you're starting to see
Nah, that dude dead.
could do all of this with his arms.
Duke Dennis.
Oh
yeah, that dude dead. I ain't gonna lie.
I think we're gonna lose Josh. By the way, Josh is fighting for his real life. Nobody talking about me, Sal. I love you. I hope we stay in touch after this.
How are you gonna get out of this position?
Wait,
Do you have any advice for your sister?
Put your knees up.
He is crushing. It's easy.
Okay, Luke from 5 Seconds of Summer is now eliminated. Only 2 more eliminations remain.
Is everyone eating our brand new Mr. Beast and Jacqueline's beef sticks?
Duh! No, we didn't have
there. I can't get them.
Do you know how much you have to eat to go back there, bro? Stop acting like this one snack is gonna put me back there. Stop it. Every time I eat something that's not fucking white rice,
He can low-key get off, I'm pretty sure.
you start telling me how I'm going back to 300 pounds. Stop. No. I love caramel chocolate. But I can't tell you how good I like it. See, I'm saying
Or not.
It's gonna let these retailers.
on two more gonna fall. And it's done. Be stronger than the 2 weekends. Last one. No, you were so close. Do you guys have that last one more person? There you go. All right. Hey, you can't say all right. Hold on now. Wait, no, don't leave me. Do it. All right. Hey, nigga, look at the same answer as me. Ha! Fuck, I'm too rich, that nigga not rich enough. Bro, where is the threshold? Where is the threshold, nigga? I'm sitting on the Rolls Royce, nigga.
Alright, y'all. I'm gonna be in the stream. I'll see y'all guys.